What happens when you step on a dog's tail? Where does the bark come from? It comes from the mouth, right? But where's the problem? See, the problem's at the tail. And this is where most people get the entire association between symptom and cause mixed up. Your spine is a kinetic chain. That means that there are many segments connected through motion. And if there are certain areas of that chain that are subluxated and therefore changing in their motion, that's going to affect other areas as well. Subluxations of the spine affect how the spine moves. And more importantly, they affect the connection between the brain and the body. That's why it is so important to have a subluxation-based approach to restore not just the structural integrity of the spine so that the entire kinetic chain can be restored in its motion, but also the neurological component, which allows the brain to control the body the way it was designed to be. In this case, we have a guy that drives around in box trucks all day long, making deliveries, long distances. Now, we know that those seats aren't necessarily the best for support, but after years of bouncing around in unsupportive seats, he started having some pretty severe lower neck and upper back pain to the extent that he felt like he was having trouble breathing most of the day. And of course, after a long day of working in the box truck, unloading and loading, he was spent. His ability to participate in those activities of daily living that make life worth living, they were gone. He had no life, so to speak, because he was enduring so much physical stress because his spine was subluxated and his neurology wasn't able to adapt his body to these stresses. So he was referred to us by one of our other patients, which is how we love to operate here. We are a referral-based practice. We took x-rays, and as you could see, not only did he have some issues in his neck, which we expected, but he also had a pretty significant issue in his low back. We've talked about AI sacrum before, and that's where the sacrum goes forward and down on one side. That creates a torsion of the pelvis, which affects the kinetic chain, which means the rest of the spine now is going to be twisted and abnormal curvatures are going to start to form as a result of the sacrum at the base of the spine having effects all the way up to the neck and the upper back. He went through his recommended care plan. We adjusted subluxations when present, when necessary, and we only addressed those areas that were showing neurological insult. After, we took x-rays, and what did we find? We found that his pelvis had realigned, his sacrum had gone from this AI back to balance, and big surprise, his lower neck and his upper back also realigned in their posture. Now, I'm happy to say that the breathing problems he was having, the blood pressure issues he was having, miraculously disappeared. And it's not really a miracle when you understand biomechanics and physiology about how the spine affects the function of the nervous system. So instead of chasing symptoms, which is you going to a chiropractor and say, hey doc, my neck hurts, or hey doc, my low back hurts. Well, what if the problem isn't in those areas? What if the problem is somewhere else? And what you're doing is seeing the effects of those problems in a different location. So seeking subluxation-based care is how you actually regain health.